This is part 2 of how to be more Machiavellian like AYANOKOJI. You can watch the videos in any order. 1. Prepare for times of war and times of peace. A wise prince ought to observe some such rules and never in peaceful times stand idle, but increase his resources with industry in such a way that they might be available to him in adversity. Machiavelli. AYANOKOJI spent most of his childhood in the White Room, developing all types of skills, going through all types of trainings and experiments to become the overpowered character you enjoy watching. When he does use his skills, they seem out of nowhere, but they are definitely not a product of luck. Champions believe that there is someone out there in the world who has been working his entire life, becoming more cunning, more ruthless, more capable, just to be ready so that one day they would meet and the best person wins. It sounds a bit extreme, but it's not that far from the truth. You will be placed in situations when you will need to have certain skills and mindsets to deal with such people, but you will fail miserably because you wasted your time not getting ready. You have fallen for the trick that the mind plays on you. You became complacent and forgot that the world is cyclical. There is a time for war and a time for peace, then a time for war, then a time for peace. The adage goes that it is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Machiavelli explains that you need to create alliances and form bonds with people before you need them. Would you do any favors to people who come to you only when desperate or they need you? You won't. You will feel cheap and disrespected. You must accept that you need people to get ahead. You must also accept that you need to accumulate resources and skills before you need them. I remember making this mistake. I used to be unenthusiastic around women and people in general. When I got my first girlfriend, I wasn't ready or mature enough for a relationship because I didn't have the tools to deal with women. There's a difference between dating someone for dating and doing it for a relationship. This is why it's important to not deny experiences even if you don't think you need them, because life has a way of not letting things go to waste. Any experience or preparation, no matter how small and insignificant it might seem to you, life finds a way to make it useful. Prepare in time of peace, so you are ready in times of war. AYANOKOJI has a bag of tricks that he draws from, because he was prepared for war by his father. You just need to push yourself and use visualization just like champions do. Imagine the enemy. Imagine the enemy preparing for you. How does he look like? What is he doing? Is he a he or she? One day you might face him or her, and they might kill you if you're not ready. Sounds exaggerated, but life is random. You never know. 2. Surround yourself with the wise and noble. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the man he has around him. Machiavelli. Machiavellianism is not about big moves and cunning plans. It's about gathering intelligence first. Before we make decisions, we need to gather data and analyze it, pick a choice, and only then take an action. Few ways out there are actually better than employing the smart people you know. They are like a gold mine that never ends. They make you smarter without even trying. It's like passive income for the intellect. You will be improving your intellect and character in your sleep because smart people affect both your brain and mindset, your conscious and unconscious. As they say, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend time around. AYANOKOJI joined the school specifically for the elite, the best students in the country. He is by definition surrounding himself with the smartest brains. This is one of the benefits of education. Smart people exist anywhere, but they usually and naturally concentrate in academia. Machiavellian people spend their lives battling their insecurities since they wage war both on themselves and others. Pragmatic about their weaknesses, they battle signs of intimidation they feel towards smart people so they can use them to their benefit. If you want to be the only smart person in your environment, you won't develop quickly and soon will reach a plateau. Ask yourself, who are the 5 people I spend most of my time with? How can I do better? You're not expected to spend your life with the same 5 people forever. This is not an invitation to abandon your friends. You can still spend less time with them, but make it a quality time. Shuffle your deck of acquaintances and colleagues to find the best match. Ask yourself right now, who are the smartest people I know? Make it a conscious effort to get to know them better, and do this for the ambitious and successful as well. 3. Avoid flatterers but use flattery yourself. It is that of flatterers of whom courts are full, because men are so self-complacent in their own affairs. Machiavelli. Flattery is dangerous because it's beautiful, music to your ears, and my ears as well. Machiavelli warns against surrounding yourself with flatterers because we all have a deep need to be accepted and admired in some fashion. Some, however, will slip through even if you screen so thoroughly because you are a human being. So the best course of action is to toughen your heart enough to handle the truth, because Niccolo continues to say, there is no other way of guarding oneself from flatterers except by letting men understand that you will not be offended if they tell you the truth. This is why it's important to employ the wise and noble spirits. Machiavelli explains that when you are in a position of power, you should only allow your inner circle to give you advice and share the truth. You encourage them to share it mostly when you ask, because unsolicited advice usually comes with some downside, less respect and prestige, things that a high-status individual cannot afford. There's only one instant I remember AYANOKOJI receiving a compliment, and it was in season 2 when he almost won the race against the council president. He simply brushed it off as luck, as he always does. Of course, you should accept compliments with a thank you and not dismiss the other person. But AYANOKOJI demonstrated that he at least is aware of the principle. Remember, if you're easily moved by flattery, you will be easily moved by criticism. Keep a quiet heart. If you like this video, watch the other parts from the same series. You can also leave a like to show your support. No matter how small you think your support is, I always pay attention to it. I read every comment, and I appreciate you. See you later.